happy lunch hour, guys. All right, yes, it's hot out here. As you can tell, I'm nice and wet. Combination of sweat and just getting out of the shower because I've been out in the woods all morning working on this project. And I had to go take a shower because me and Poison Ivy don't agree. So Dawn dishwashing soap is my friend. So I came in here, took a look at what's going on, and wanted to give you this one. So let's take a look at that great economy we've got running. Aren't you guys just enjoying Bidenomics? It's doing so well for us here. You know, food prices, electricity prices, anything like that, gasoline, whole 9 yards, right? And it's funny because Joe's approval numbers for the 10th quarter of his presidency came out this morning. And Joe has the lowest approval rating of any president in the last 40 years. Okay, the only president that he's higher than in the 10th quarter of his presidency is Jimmy Carter. Ooh, there's an accomplishment. I'm better than the peanut farmer who didn't know what the hell he was doing. Oh, that's right. I don't know what the hell I'm doing either, right, Joe? Okay. I mean, you think about the quality Democrats that have been in the White House in my lifetime, pushing 60 years, right? Lyndon Johnson, Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, and Potato Joe. And you wonder why I don't vote for Democrats. I can't say that there's a whole lot of Republican great ones that we've put in there. I mean, come on, Mitt Romney or John McCain. You know, there's been some POSs on the GOP side too. Hence the reason I don't consider myself a Republican either. Okay. But let's get back to economics and kind of what we were talking about. Now, you know, yesterday that Fitch downgraded the U.S. credit rating from AAA to AA+. It's only the second time that's ever happened. First time was under another Democrat, good old Barry Hussein, you know, the illegal who was somehow frauded his way into the presidency, kind of like this one did. Yeah, so, you know, what are we seeing today? The stock market's down about 1%, down roughly 300 points when I was recording this. We'll see what happens this afternoon. But more importantly, how does this affect us? Okay. You know, while I was on my trip, when I left, gas here was $2.89 a gallon. When I came back, it was $3.19. Nice. Gas went up 10% while I was gone. And I know when I was in Seattle, okay, you know, looking at gas prices there that were hovering right around $5 a gallon, you guys are going, crap, I'd love $3.19 a gallon, right? Okay, but I could at least compare to what I have local. 10% hike in gas. Well, you want to know why? Well, let's take a look at this. The numbers on the Strategic Petroleum Reserve came out this morning. Analysts expected us to be down 900,000 gallons of fuel in the SPR, okay, which also roughly they're talking about what's in the U.S. reserves, you know, for Chevron, Mobil, whatever it would be. Yeah, they were expecting us down 900,000. The actual number that came in, we were down 14.5 million gallons. Oh, they were only about 17 times off in their estimates, okay? So I want you to think about this. We are shipping all our ammunition, all our military equipment to Ukraine or Taiwan now too, right? We have no fuel for our military at all, okay? I mean, come on, almost 15 million barrels of oil short? Yeah, that would cause a problem. Okay? We know about the recruiting, that all the services are missing recruiting goals by 25%. Let's talk about weakening the defense of the country. Let's talk about weakening the economy of the country. I explained to you guys the other day how actual inflation that you and I deal with is about 30%, not the lie that they keep telling us. But when we find out that we are nearly 15 million barrels short of oil, and Joe doesn't want to pump anymore because now even the oil producers are saying the only way we get enough gasoline to the United States is to import it. Yeah, that's right, because the Middle East is has such good relationships with Joe Biden. Venezuela has such good relationships with Joe Biden. Remember what I told you 9 months ago about Mexico? Mexico is not shipping us any fuel anymore. Okay? Canada, keeping it for themselves. Oh, but you know what? All that oil we had up in, Anwar, we got to stop producing that. Okay? All that fracking that was going on in the upper Great Plains or in the upper Appalachians. No, we got to stop that. Nothing like getting interrupted by a phone call. So let's take a look at what's going on in Texas right now, just for example, and fuel. Texas is seeing consistent days over 100 degrees. No problem, right? But have you heard anything from ERCOT about power blackouts in Texas? No. Okay. Have they come up with a couple of requests to, hey, limit your electricity? Sure, we hear that every summer everywhere, okay, because air conditioners are running. But it's been over 100 degrees constantly. I mean, take a look at Arizona. It's been over 110 for more than a month, every day. Have we heard anything about blackouts? No. Why? Because those states predominantly get their electricity from natural gas, okay? Oh, by the way, that's another renewable resource, just so you know, okay? And very, 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 very little pollution. Are we getting it from from solar? Nope. Are we getting it from wind? Nope. Okay. We're getting it from natural gas. But Joe is doing everything to make sure we don't have any fuel. Now, I'm going to give you this. We're short nearly 15 million barrels of oil in the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. My thoughts. What's that going to happen? That's going to drive gas prices up. Okay? It's going to drive fuel prices. I don't care if you're talking about propane, kerosene, diesel, whatever. It's going to drive fuel prices up. Plan on that. Right? As dumb as this sounds, I actually hope that happens. I hope we see $5 a gallon of gas again. Not because I want to pay it, but because I want Joe throughout this campaign. I want any Democrat, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, whichever one of the cast of clowns winds up getting the nomination. I want them to answer for the great policies that they have as to why people can't afford to put gas in their car, why people can't afford to have electricity, why they can't heat their homes this winter. I want them to answer those questions. And I don't want to hear well, that's just another reason why you should have an electric vehicle. No, because the problem we have is how the electricity is generated, like I just said, primarily comes from natural gas, okay? At least down south. Up north, more coal. So, yeah, an EV is actually more expensive to run than an internal combustion engine. And as we've said many times, there is no grid capability to handle all these electric vehicles. All right? Simple as that. This is Joe's economy. This is your economy. This is what you need to be prepping for, okay? I mean, we're all up to here right now with how the hell do we pay the bills? I don't even want to know what my electric bill is going to look like this month with the air conditioner, okay? And I can't even imagine what the electric bills are looking like in Phoenix or in Vegas or in Southern California or in most of Texas or Oklahoma or anywhere else that's just been brutalized by summer, not climate change, okay? Because what do we have? We have global warming. We have global cooling. We have global normal, okay? Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's summer. Guess what we're in right now, guys? We're in the middle of global normal. It gets hot in summer. We need power to maintain our lives, whether it's electricity, whether it's fuel, or whatever. But the bare bones basics we get down to is everything that powers our life is based on fossil fuels. Otherwise, we don't have it. No cars, no electricity, no air conditioning, no refrigeration, no nothing. And Joe wants us to have nothing. What is your backup plan? And and really better start thinking about this seriously for how you are going to power your life to have some, not all, some of the basic creature comforts that you have now. I mean, little ones like refrigeration, like running water, okay? All those things. How the hell does fuel have anything to do with running water? How do you think those turbines work that pump the water to you? How do you think your well pump works out in the backyard? It's on electricity. How's electricity generated? Fossil fuels, okay? Because solar and wind are not reliable on a large scale. On a small scale, sure. Many of you have asked me what solar generator do I need or whatever to power my house or do whatever, and every time somebody asks me something about their HVAC system, guys, forget it on the HVAC system, okay? Not happening. You're going to have alternate ways to heat your house. You're going to have alternate ways to cool yourself off, okay? Do not plan on a solar generator or a multitude of solar generators to do it. Sure, you can go with these Tesla power walls and stuff like that, and those whole home things. That'll do it, all right? But for what's affordable for most of us, that's not going to happen. This is probably your most crucial prep in the next 18 months, I'd say, because Joe is hell-bent on destroying the energy of the country. What did I tell you in yesterday's video? Even the energy companies are saying they're afraid of Joe calling for a climate emergency, okay? A fantasy emergency, because Joe and his handlers believe it. Not because it's real, but because it's their talking point. And when we see $5 a gallon of gas, $700 electric bills, maybe then the people will wake up. Because as far as I'm concerned, the reason why we haven't literally overthrown this illegitimate regime is because the people haven't felt enough pain yet. And until they feel enough pain, we're going to continue to live in this. Have a good one. Pinball out.